Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Commander Leonard here with another video on DC Legends. And today guys we had some big news for the month of May. And we're going to go over those news real quick so that you guys are aware of what's happening in the game. And also we got 3 new characters and we're going to take a quick look at those characters. So let's go ahead and get started with the hero challenge. So you can see that we have the upcoming I should say hero challenges. We have the Flash, and that's going to start on Monday, and then we have the one that's going to be running all month long is going to be Captain Cold. Very cool. Now here's the neat thing about it. Flash is going to be one of the characters that's going to be required for Captain Cold, and they're giving you a chance to actually collect his fragments for 5 days. So here are some of the details that they actually dropped today. So it says starting May 1st we are running a new 12-stage expanded version of the 24-hour hero challenge that runs on Saturdays. So instead of just having that 1 day to run the challenge, we're going to have 5 days to do it. So it's going to be 12 stages overall. The rewards are going to be, it starts on May 1st on Monday, and it's going to run all the way through the 5th, and collect fragments of the Flash, the fastest man alive, we know that. And from 5:15 to 5:20, it's a Flash villain, Mirror Master. And then we're going to get Wonder Woman, Princess of Themyscira, if I pronounce that correctly, beginning on the 29th all the way to June 2nd. Now, here are some of the requirements to be able to play, guys. We're going to have the ramping hero restrictions, so character level must increase over time. The map will reset every day at rollover, so when server resets. Each day is a challenge to reach the bonus payouts at stage 4, 8, and 12. And the eligible heroes, use any heroes you like in these challenges, so you are not going to be restricted to any amount of heroes. Now, the one thing they are saying is that there are some bonuses for using some heroes, which are going to be the heroes that were released in this month. So we have Poison Ivy is one of those heroes that's going to be available with a bonus during these challenges. Also, Katana. She's also going to be another character that you're going to be able to use for that. And finally, of course, we have Frost. Killer Frost, I'm sorry. She's going to be another character you're going to be able to use for these challenges. So if you use these characters, you're going to be getting 100% more health in the stages. And the bonus is permanent for the duration of the stage and cannot be removed or perks. So that's going to be some of the 3 challenges that are coming up, beginning with the Flash on Monday. So if you don't have your Flash at legendary levels, then I would highly recommend that you participate in these events. And I don't know if they're going to offer refreshes for gems, just kind of like, you know, like the week-long event that you cannot refresh the nodes. I don't know what's going to happen without it even specify, but let's see. We'll see on Monday, and we'll be probably covering that on the PvP reward hero on Monday. So, and as you can see, after the Flash ends, then we start with Captain Cold, where you can earn up to 500 fragments of the brand new character. And here are some of the bonuses you're going to get. You're going to get debuff immunity and bonus health for Reverse Flash, Captain Cold, and Mirror Masters. And those are the characters we're going to be taking a quick look at. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and tell you guys what the restricted heroes are going to be. So obviously, as you may have guessed it, the Flash is going to be one of those restricted heroes. So get your Flashes ready, guys, so you can definitely participate in this event. As you can see, mine is at 4 stars right now, so I'll have some work to do on him before the event starts. Then we have Supergirl is also going to be another restricted character. So make sure you get her leveled up as well. We have also the 2 Green Arrows that are going to be available for use. So we have Castaway Green Arrow is going to be available for use. And also Emerald Archer, or EA as we call him, Green Arrow, is also going to be another character that you're going to be able to use. Also, of course, again, being a Flash event, you may have guessed it, Mirror Master is going to be another character that you can use. Now, I know a lot of people have him. I just have him at 3 stars. He is basically a character that's hidden behind a paywall, but those of you who do have him, he's going to be available for use. And of course, the 3 new characters that are coming, Captain Cold, Reverse Flash, and Hippolyta, are going to be characters that you're going to be able to use in this event. So very cool. And again, they're going to be getting the bonus of, well, actually just the 3 characters for the month are going to be getting the bonus. It's going to be debuff immunity and 100% extra health, and these are permanent. They cannot be purged, and they last for the duration of the stage. So Very cool things coming, guys, in the month of May. I'm definitely very excited. Flash is one of my favorite DC heroes, and I love his gallery of rogues. I think it's one of the best ones in comics, right after Spider-Man and Batman's gallery of villains, I guess you could call them. I don't want to call them the rogues, since that's kind of like a Flash thing. Anyway, so that's what's going on with the stages and the hero challenges. Now let's go ahead and take a brief look at the new characters that have been added to the game, and they're already here. I'm going to start with my favorite one, the one that I am most excited about personally, and that is the Reverse Flash Professor Zoom. And this is Eobard Thawne. That's the version that we're getting in the game, which I'm really happy about. I was hoping it wasn't Hunter Solomon, but anyway, I like them both, but Professor Zoom is definitely my favorite. So we have his first ability, Phase Jab, and I'm really excited about this ability. It looks amazing. Damage to an enemy, and it ignores shields. That is pretty powerful if you ask me, and especially because now, of course, with the affinity changes, we're seeing a lot more Green Lantern teams in PvP. And that way you don't have to burst through their shields before you can get to their health. Now, one question that came up in the Reddit that I think is very valid is, once your health reaches 0, do you die or not? We don't know. You would assume that you would die, but we'll see how the mechanic works in this game. The next one, Speed Mirage. Light damage to an enemy team, so this is an AoE attack, and gain 2 speed up. So that's sounds very powerful. It is light damage, but the fact that you hit everybody, number one, number two, the fact that you're getting speed ups sounds pretty powerful. We'll see if they're permanent like the Flashes, but I'm assuming the permanent ones will come with his passive, which we're going to get to in a minute. Negative Speed Force. And this ability damage to an enemy and applies 35% turn meter down, which leads me to believe that he might be a tad bit slower than Flash in terms of his overall speed, but we'll see once he's released and we can take a look at his stats. Moving on, we have Time Paradox, and this ability sounds extremely powerful. Only usable with 6 speed ups on self, gain 100% max health heal, 3 strength up, and 3 agility up. That sounds devastating, and of course with Poison Ivy being able to replicate buffs, I can see how the two of them can become quite a pair in PvP and also in PvE, and also the red events that are coming up. And finally, we have Nobody Faster. This is another passive ability, 20% chance for Reverse Flash to gain speed up at the beginning of every character's turn. So every character's turn, you got a 20% chance to gain speed ups, and that sounds pretty awesome too. And hopefully as you upgrade that ability, that percentage goes up. Because 20% does seem kind of on the slower side, but then again, you have that chance every single character's turn. So it's regardless of whose turn it was, your team's or the enemy team. It doesn't matter. And by the way, you want to correct this. Time Paradox is a move, not a passive. So very cool character. I'm really excited about him. He's the one obviously hidden behind a paywall. So we're probably just going to get a 24-hour event on him, and then you would have to buy the packs in the store. We'll see when that time comes. Now, the next character we're going to talk about is going to be, he's also an energy character, and that is Captain Cold. This is, again, the one that we're going to be getting for the month long, and he also looks really good. So his first ability, called Shot, and what this does, if I can actually tap on it, there you go, is light damage to an enemy, but here's the cool part, applies 25% turn meter down, which I am sure that as you upgrade this ability, that goes up. So very cool. You guys know that I love turn meter manipulation, so that plays right into what I love to do with my teams. And of course, Reverse Flash also does the same thing. Now, Slip and Slide is the second move, applies 2 speed down and 50% turn meter down to an enemy. This is ridiculously powerful. Unless this is like on a I would say maybe like a 4 turn cooldown, this ability is very powerful. And of course, we know that there are ways to reduce those cooldowns. You know, like Batman World's Greatest Detective, wink wink. Alright, Winter is here. Third ability, light special damage to enemy team, another AoE. Remove 1 buff from each enemy. I cannot wait to see what happens as you upgrade this ability. Hopefully it's not just the damage that goes up. Hopefully they'll have an added effect. Like, I'm willing to keep that light damage if I can have like turn meter manipulation or something like that, something to slow them down or just to really hurt them, like strength down or something like that. We'll see what happens once he comes out. Then we have Sweeping Blast, and this is his passive ability, 70% chance to apply speed down to random enemy at the end of Captain Cold turn. Now 70% is a big percentage. However, of course, this is behind the fact that it only happens at the end of Captain Cold's turn. So if you can find a way to give him more turns in every single match, then you have that 70% chance is just, you're going to take advantage of it more often, is what I'm trying to say, and be able to slow down somebody in the enemy team. Finally, we have Loyalty Among Rogues, and this is a team leader passive. 30% chance to use Cold Shot on any enemy that damages him or a teammate. And of course, that is that first ability that takes away 25% turn meter. So very, very cool, very, very powerful. And again, hopefully those percentages do go up, but 30% chance every time somebody takes damage, it's a lot. It's a lot for a move that has that chance. Anyway, so finally we come to Hippolyta, and some people were asking me who she is, and she actually happens to be Wonder Woman's mom, right? So this is her, Queen of the Amazons, and her first move to victory, damage to an enemy, 50% chance to lower cooldown on all superpowers by 1, and we're going to see why this ability actually is very useful on her, at least on paper, and that is because when you look at Shields Up, this is apply 2 agility up to all allies, so this is a buff move, cooldown +3 on Draw Swords, which is her third ability. So basically it adds 3 turns to the cooldown of that particular ability, so hopefully you're starting to see how the first move helps out with that 50% chance to reduce cooldown by 1, and hopefully again that percentage goes up as you increase it. We'll see once she comes out and we're able to take a look at the upgrades. Then we have Draw Swords, applies 2 strength ups to all allies, cooldown +3 on Shields Up. So basically you have a choice with her. You either give everybody 3 strength ups, or you give everybody 2 agility up. So you either boost defense or you boost offense. Basically, those are the 2 choices you have with her. Now, if this triggers and you get a cooldown reduced, and then of course you bring a character once again like Batman, World's Greatest Detective, and I don't know if they work well together or not yet, but we'll see. Then you reduce that cooldown by 1 even further, so that means that you can potentially be going back and forth between defense and offense, offensive buffs for your team. So sounds very, very cool. We'll see how this works out once she is in game. Tip of the spear. This is her another move. I'm sorry, damage to an enemy and a call assist on target. So this is very much like her daughter's. What is it called? Prince of the Amazon. I'm sorry, the one that when we pre-registered, the Wonder Woman that we got, and I cannot remember the title after her name. I'm sorry right now. I'm drawing a blank. It was a long day at work, so I apologize. But anyway, this is a call assist move, and we know the call assist moves are very, very good, and it's depending on your team compositions. But I mean, anytime you can get extra damage out of an enemy or out of a teammate, that's also very good. So I'm happy about that. Queen of War. This is a team leader passive. 50% chance to apply stamina up to an ally when an ally deals damage to an enemy. Now this is very powerful in my opinion. So you basically flip a coin and you have a chance to apply a stamina up when an ally, any ally, when they deal damage to an enemy. So whether they deal damage on their turn, and I'm going to make an assumption here that when she uses her call assist from Tip of the Spear, they also get a chance to get it as well. I don't know. I'm just guessing based on what the move says. So because they're damaging an enemy, technically, right? So that should apply to that as well. But again, once we get her in game and we're able to test her out, then we'll know how that move works. So guys, this is the new content for the month of May. I'm very, very excited about the new characters. I'm excited about the new changes to the events. We'll see how this affects the game even more. PvP. Since the affinity changes and all the new characters that they have added, at least for me and on my list, it's been a lot of fun because I have to change teams constantly. So we'll see how this affects the game even further. So let me know, guys, in the comment section below, which new character are you most excited for? Are you prepared for the monthly event? Are you ready after listening to the list or being able to read it if you have already read it? What do you have the characters that you need to be able to complete the event? Let me know in the comments section below, and any other things that you want to talk about, let's talk about it in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, as that helps out the channel a great deal. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on all the great content that I'll be bringing you in the days ahead. And as always, guys, have a fantastic rest of your day and stay legendary.